Happy holidays to all of you watching and welcome to DZW Breakdown. I am your commentator as always, Antoine Princeton, and I am excited for this show that we have here tonight. Without further ado, let's get started with some tag team action. The following is your opening contest of the evening. Introducing first, Liam North, Brad Korisko, the Fight Hard Syndicate. The Fight Hard Syndicate are walking into what might be their biggest match to date against a team with a vast amount of experience like Rush Hour. Remember, this all got started because Liam North found himself in singles action against AJ Young on the road to Breakdown, and AJ Young still upset over losing his All-Stars Championship rematch to Brandon Wolf, attacked Liam North, and Krack made sure to take Brad Korisko out of the occasion backstage. And here come the culprits themselves.
And their opponents. They are Krack and AJ Young, Rush Hour.
Rush Hour to date are four-time tag team champions. They've held it twice in ECF, once in AWF, and how can we forget they were former Call All-Stars tag team champions. And they're looking to get back into title contention, ideally here in Danger Zone Wrestling. But after pissing the Fight Hard Syndicate off, have Rush Hour finally bitten off a little bit more than they can chew, even with the experience factor in mind for this very talented tag team. And our opening contest is underway, and Liam North going right out of the gate, knee strike to AJ Young. Liam North has not forgotten what AJ put him through on the road to Breakdown. And Liam North with a flurry of strikes, coming out hot with AJ Young. Oh, but AJ Young with the super kick. Nearly knocking Liam unconscious, but Liam is right back to his feet. And AJ flooring him with a clothesline. And now AJ Young full steam ahead, knocking Liam North off the apron, and he does the same thing to Brad Korisko. The former two-time All-Stars champion gonna fly. And knocking Brad Korisko off the apron again as the referee is counting. Rush Hour both accomplished individually. And wait a minute. AJ Young turned his attention away from Liam North. And the technician making him pay. Rush Hour, both men accomplished individually. Krack, multiple hardcore titles, multiple tag team titles, multiple mid-card championships. AJ Young, well documented as a skilled singles and tag team wrestler. As now Liam North with the neck breaker. Going for the cover on AJ Young, 2. And AJ Young kicks out. AJ, of course, the reigning COH and AWF World Heavyweight Champion. And up until recently, he was CCL World Heavyweight Champion as well, before losing it to Ray Geddes and Supernova, and AJ Young was going for backlash wave. Liam North got out of the way, and it's a belly-to-back suplex. And for the first time in this match, Liam North making the tag to the heavy hitter, Brad Korisko. And AJ Young getting his daylights knocked out. And a Northern Lights suplex for the follow-up, and Young kicks out. Liam North, decent striker, very skilled technician, and vice versa could be said for Brad Korisko. Brad Korisko, former boxer,
as he lands a clean shot to AJ Young. And 4 strikes to the midsection and another one, and AJ's on the ropes and gets sent clean over the top rope with a boot. And Brad Korisko returning the favor to Krack. Korisko hasn't forgotten about Krack either. Korisko taking a page out of AJ Young's book, as now both members of Rush Hour are trying to regroup. And AJ Young, the disrespect, slapping Brad Korisko in the face as the referee tries to hold him back. AJ Young with a left-hand shot. And a blockbuster springboard cover 2. And Korisko's out at 2. Fight Hard Syndicate feeling disrespected by Rush Hour, feeling that Rush Hour doesn't respect anybody in the tag division or anybody in DZW. As AJ Young using Krack to power himself right into Brad Korisko. And now Krack, double arm suplex. Krack, of course, the hardcore icon, made it very far in the King of Flight tournament. In fact, despite not even being classed as a high flyer, Krack managed to make it all the way to the semifinals before being eliminated by Hyde. And Krack immediately targeting the arm of Brad Korisko and taking a shot at Liam North as well. Krack, the most deadly move in his arsenal is that armbar submission maneuver. He not only put a lot of men away in that King of Flight tournament with it, as he lands a spin kick, but he's also put away many men in Call Wrestling in general with that very move. And the Korisko turning the tables on Krack, takes a shot at AJ Young. And now we're gonna see the 240-pounder flying. Yes, we do. Moonsault to Krack, going for the cover. And Krack kicks out at 2. What's the striking specialist thinking here? Oh, what a shot to the jaw, Mafia kick. Brad Korisko lining up that punch, but AJ Young saving the day with the springboard. Sensing his partner was in trouble, and now Krack gonna pick up the pieces, but Brad Korisko is out at 2. But the damage may have already been done to Brad Korisko. Is now Krack, another double arm suplex. Krack might be one of the most enigmatic but also charismatic Call wrestlers in history. He definitely has probably one of the larger personalities that anybody's ever seen in this industry. And now going for a submission to Brad Korisko. Liam North trying to cheer his partner on. Will he be able to fight out? Referee asking Brad Korisko if he wants to tap. And Brad Korisko fights his way out. Krack getting sent into the danger zone. And back comes Liam North. But wait a minute. AJ Young again making the save for Krack. Liam North went after AJ Young, and oh, wait a minute. Krack, we've seen this before. Drive-by kick. AJ Young with the assist as it looked like Krack was in trouble. And are we gonna see Armageddon? And yes, we are. Krack has Armageddon on Liam North. Will this spell the end for the Fight Hard Syndicate? Is Rush Hour going to pick up the victory? Brad Korisko might have to think about getting in there pretty soon, but it looks like, oh, now Liam North flies down and lands some shots in the process. Liam North is taking neckbreaker. What does Krack have in store? Krack landing a series of strikes. Liam North trapped in the corner and a chop right to the chest. Krack landing a series of kicks to the face. And now Krack striking low. You can see Liam North grabbing his knee in clear pain. And Krack smelled blood in the water as he's going for the cloverleaf. Krack has Liam North trapped in yet another submission. And you can see the pain on Liam North's face, but still managing to fight his way out. Liam North going, oh, come on, AJ Young again. The referee has to get some control to AJ Young. Now Liam North tried going for Brad Korisko, but got stopped dead in his tracks by an elbow. And Krack knocking Brad Korisko off the apron. Liam North is in serious trouble if he doesn't make a tag soon. Will a second drive-by kick put Liam North away? And to Liam North's credit, he's still in this thing. Liam North showing a lot of heart, but Krack going right back to Armageddon. Armageddon trapped in on Liam North. And you can see Liam North shaking in pain, trying to fight it out. And again, looks like Liam North again landing some shots to Krack. Clear strikes. Liam North now perching himself on the middle rope. And a knee strike, high impact right to Krack's face. And that buys Liam North enough time to get Brad Korisko back in the mix. And Fightheart Syndicate landing what looks like an aided wheelbarrow suplex. And now AJ Young flying across the ring to break up the pin for Krack. AJ Young has been coming through with more assists in this match than an NBA point guard. But now both members of Rush Hour are laid out. Oh, might have spoken too soon. Krack in the corner with an elbow into Giri combo. Fightheart Syndicate have been showing incredible heart in this matchup, going toe-to-toe with the team as well accomplished as Rush Hour, but Krack landing a drive-by kick this time on Brad Korisko. And is it lights out for the boxing specialist? But Brad Korisko still showing signs of life, and Krack in clear danger. 3 shots, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 flush to Krack. And the hardcore legend is out. Brad Korisko with the modified fireman's carry, going for the cover, and again comes AJ Young. Oh wait, Brad Korisko thinking knockout shot. And Krack with another drive-by kick. Jay's been handing out those drive-by kicks like hotcakes in this match. And going to Armageddon this time on Brad Korisko. Armageddon on Brad Korisko. Krack targeted his arms earlier in this match. Will that pay off as Liam North is out on the floor? And Brad Korisko has no choice but to submit. Tell you what, there's nothing for Fightheart Syndicate to be ashamed of in this match.
Here are your winners by way of submission. AJ Young and Krack, Rush Hour.
As I said, the Fightheart Syndicate have nothing to be ashamed of. They went toe-to-toe with Rush Hour, but AJ Young provided 1 assist too many for FHS to recover from, and Rush Hour are the victors here tonight.
Breakdown. You know, a lot of you people have been saying that I have been going through my own personal breakdown. Now, like a lot of things, you people don't know. You don't understand. You've never understood. You people have no respect for this industry, and no respect for me. You've never respected me. Not enough. A lot of people, they call me the most powerful man in all of Call Wrestling. And sometimes you don't realize how powerful you are when you're as selfless as the Scorpion is. For the last 10 years, I've been making All-Stars. People who never would have gotten opportunities elsewhere, I gave them opportunities. People who never would have been champions in this business, I tagged with them and I made them champions. Ryan Carroll, Steven Syntax. You think they got there on their own? Huh, you haven't been paying attention very well. I gifted them tag team gold, and what did they do in return? They dropped the ball. But okay, I'm a good old Scorpion. I'm going to stay loyal to my friends. I'm going to do what's best for this community, because that's what I do. That's what Shawn Walsh does. For the last 10 years, I have made All-Stars. But it turns out that the biggest All-Star was looking at me right in the mirror. I am the Call All-Star. And now, some of you will say that's egotistical of you, Shawn. That's arrogant. Some of you may characterize me as a villain. You want to call me a villain? I'll be a villain. I'll be your American-made villain. If that makes you feel better. See, because I'm still a caring guy. I'm still a nice guy. I still do what the fans want, even if you don't realize it. And you know what makes me sick? The lack of respect does not just go to you people. No. There's people who pander to you, like Kenshin Takayashi, who tries to tell you people he's worked long and hard for his success. He's worked long and hard to become the Heritage Champion, but Kenshin Takayashi, you haven't done a shred of what I've done for this industry. How many Call All-Star shows have you hosted, huh? None. How many superstars have you elevated to the next level? None. You've done nothing compared to me. And how many title opportunities have you offered to me? None. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the lack of respect. What happened to Syntax, what happened to Carol, and what happened to you is just the beginning. Tonight at Breakdown, the Scorpion brings home the Heritage Championship. I make the title, and I break you. You, Kenshin Takayashi, will be stung by the Scorpion.
Shawn Walsh clearly motivated for his Heritage Championship opportunity against Kenshin Takayashi. But coming up right now, we have the debut of one of the most exciting stars in Call Wrestling today. That is the debut of Aether Atomist. With that said, though, he does have a tough challenge ahead in his debut against this man.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, hailing from Alexandria, Virginia, Jeffrey Albritton.
Jeffrey Albritton, a former tag team champion in other leagues, looking to make a name for himself as a singles competitor. And what a statement he would make tonight by getting everyone to take notice and ruin the debut of Aether Atomist. Jeffrey clearly motivated, clearly looking to make an impression, and clearly looking to place himself among the elites in Call Wrestling. And with a man such as Aether, he could very well do that here tonight.
And his opponent, making his Danger Zone Wrestling debut, hailing from Brooklyn, New York, Aether Atomist.
This is a moment many of us, myself included, have been waiting for, to see Aether Atomist in a Danger Zone Wrestling ring. And we get to see that right here tonight at Breakdown. Aether Atomist, high energy, high octane. This man has a motor that does not stop, and he has made waves the last couple years here in Call Wrestling. Whether it be as a junior heavyweight, part of a group, or recently fulfilling a 3-year journey and becoming the DZW World Heavyweight Champion at El Dorado Money in the Bank, Aether Atomist is a name to watch for now and the future. But for the moment, he has the Black Sun right in front of him. And we are underway as Jeffrey Albritton running full steam ahead at the DZW newcomer. Albritton must have been annoyed at the roarous crowd reaction that Aether Atomist received. Jeffrey not even taking a moment to let Aether get his thoughts together, tossing him into the barricade. Jeffrey feeling as if he's been overlooked, feeling as if Aether is stealing his thunder. And now Jeffrey, what is he going for? Running knee right to the side of Aether's head. Jeffrey Albritton looking to play spoiler tonight. Two of the brightest stars in the industry are going head to head right now. But it's not looking like such a competitive matchup as it has been all Jeffrey, and now Aether through a strike. And Jeffrey making him pay. Jeffrey's just been relentless thus far as he's now targeting the arm of Aether Atomist. Atomist considers himself the guardian of the Atomsk galaxy. And Albritton looking to shoot his star right out of the sky, it looks like, as Aether has not moved. Albritton following up on 3 elbow strikes with a pin, and Aether out at 1. Albritton firmly in control as he turns to taunt the crowd, and Jeffrey, I don't think you want to turn around, because here comes Aether. 2 clotheslines. Jeffrey trying to land one of his own, and there's a drop kick from Aether. There's that high energy I'm talking about. Aether beating up with this crowd, and there's a triangle choke. Triangle choke. The guardian of the Atomsk galaxy looking to make the Black Sun go night-night. But will that happen? As you see Jeffrey, Jeffrey starting to fade. But wait a minute. Oh, look at the strength of Albritton. Albritton landing a mini power bomb, it looks like, and landing a drop kick of his own. Albritton's showboating almost cost him this match. I don't think Albritton's going to make the same mistake twice. Albritton going for the cover on Aether Atomist. And Aether out at 2. You can see Albritton's clear frustration with the referee. He thought that was 3. The Black Sun landing Northern Lights, opting not to go for the pin. Albritton looking to do some more damage. And that Tiger suplex might have done it. This time going for the pin on Aether. And Atomist kicks out. Aether's showing a lot of heart. But this match has been clearly in Albritton's favor thus far. As now he's going for a knee bar. Knee bar to Aether. And that knee bar might take the energy, might take the explosiveness out of Aether's offense. And it might win the Black Sun this match. Aether with a firm kick to Jeffrey Albritton, breaking up the entire submission. Jeffrey trapped in the corner. And Aether, what's it going for? Standing 450 splash. Aether using his own momentum off the ground. Albritton out at 2. But still impressive, Aether using his own momentum off the ground to land a 450. And Aether showing signs of life in this match. Aether trying to shake off that knee bar from earlier. Trying to signal Albritton up, and there's a drop kick. Albritton reversing the Irish whip. Aether perched on the top rope. And Albritton sending Aether flying to the outside. As the referee starts his count. And Albritton, first I thought he was eager to win this match by count out by any means necessary. But I think he has something to prove against Aether. Albritton showing some aggressiveness in this match, wanting to win decisively. Wanting to pick up the huge win that he needs against Aether. Albritton might have had some bad intentions with that table, but Aether saying no. No, what is Aether thinking? Aether gonna fly with a moonsault and a backflip for athleticism. And now Aether firmly in the driver's seat of this match. They're going for a Hurricane Rana right into a pin attempt. And Albritton kicking out at 2. But Aether right back on it with the DDT. Aether staying right on Albritton. And now go for a belly-to-back suplex, but Albritton countering with a bulldog. I'll be the first to tell you, Aether had a hard time piecing things together in this match originally. As now Jeffrey's going for Northern Lights. 1, 2. Aether out at 2. As I was saying, Aether had a hard time originally in this match. Couldn't put the pieces together. Albritton was just aggressive right out of the bell. And now sunset flip. And oh wait, Aether keeping his balance and landing a right hand on Albritton. Albritton is stunned. Kick to the midsection. Twist of fate. Twist of fate to Jeffrey Albritton. And Aether Atomist wins his Danger Zone Wrestling debut.
Here's your winner by way of pinfall, Aether Atomist.
Give credit to Jeffrey Albritton for his early dominance in this match. But it was Aether who made the difference, landing a twist of fate virtually out of nowhere and securing the win for his Danger Zone Wrestling debut. And if tonight was any sign of things to come, I am very excited for the future of Aether.
Select the one to fight with, get it on. 10-9, 8-7-6. Think and choose the right ones, get it on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yeah. Select the one to fight with, get it on. 10-9, 8-7-6. Yes, sir. Think and choose the right ones, get it on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's time for you to get into the character. You here to lose or here to win, I'm only asking you. Either you beat him or you beat him like an amateur. Either you drive or you get driven like a passenger. The fight's around the corner, so pick the one you want to. Represent you and go head to head with your opponent. Feel it in the air, tension is electric, the glory's imminent. This is something epic, it's for one of you. So what you gonna do when your enemy is standing right in front of you? Are you gonna lose, or are you gonna prove to everyone that never thought you win that you can rule? Cause everything is in your hands, you control it. And everything that is the past, it is over. This is now, this is everything that is. So you better make the right pick. Select the one to fight with. Get it on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Pick and choose the right one. Get it on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Select the one to fight with. Get it on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Pick and choose the right one. Get it on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Not too long ago, I mentioned dominance, but I think few people on the Danger Zone Wrestling roster embody that more than this man. Here comes the physically imposing, physically dominating, physically domineering Amir.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, hailing from the mean streets of Chicago, Illinois, Amir.
The last time anyone saw Amir is when he defeated Adrian Dawkins in convincing fashion at Revive. And now Amir is looking to keep that hot streak going tonight with the win over the natural Walter Scott. But Walter Scott isn't a slouch either. Both men are coming off of victories at Revive. So it's a matter of whose momentum continues and whose momentum comes to a screeching halt. But I don't know, looking at this right now, I don't want to count Walter out, but it's hard not to bank on a man the sheer size of Amir. Amir giving a cold, calculating stare into the DZW audience. But is this the man that we're going to be looking at as the victor once this match is over?
And his opponent, hailing from Boston, Massachusetts, he is the natural Walter Scott.
Walter Scott walked into his match at Revive with a considerable size advantage, but best believe that's going right out of the window here against Amir. Walter Scott forfeiting height, weight, pretty much everything under the sky to Amir tonight, but Walter Scott does pack quite a punch. And best believe he's going to be using his striking, everything in his arsenal to try to take down the big man. They call him the natural, and it's hard to disagree with that. Walter Scott, skilled tag team competitor, again looking to make his name now that 3G and Lewis Rivers is history. Referee's rung the bell. Amir running right at Walter. And Walter stopping Amir dead in his tracks. The big man clearly stunned by the elbow, and Walter Scott hits a rolling elbow to Amir. Mere seconds into this match, and Amir is out cold. The big man making his way slowly up to his feet. Walter Scott with the kill shot. Second rolling elbow. And Walter Scott's going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Walter Scott has split Amir away within seconds.
Here is your winner by pinfall, the natural Walter Scott.
3 elbows. And Walter Scott has put away Amir in convincing fashion. The natural clearly not getting paid by the hour, just took out one of the most physically imposing men that I've ever seen and did it in a span of seconds. Folks, I'm not sure, but I think that might qualify as the quickest win in Danger Zone Wrestling history. I'll have to check the record books on that, but nonetheless, we move on to our next match of the night. But who will GMR's mystery partner be to take on these men?
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the team of the CAW All-Stars champion Ben Hopkins and Mason Kronik, Mass Appeal.
When you think of a collective of men, it is hard to argue that two men have had better years than Ben Hopkins and Mason Kronik. Mason Kronik, a former CCL National Champion, former COH World Heavyweight Champion, former AWF Extreme Champion, the list goes on and on. Ben Hopkins arguably has had the best year out of everybody in the industry, highlighted by defeating Brandon Wolf for the CAW Stars Championship at CAW Stars 11. The Ben Hopkins brand can say he defeated the fightingest champion in CAW Stars history. But with that CAW Stars Championship comes a firm target on his back. As now GMR making his entrance.
Introducing their opponents, first, hailing from Scotland, GMR.
GMR was this close to winning the Ben Hopkins brand Tag Team Invitational. Mason Kronik stopped him dead in his tracks. And it was all to ensure that Ben Hopkins didn't get a crappy tag team partner as he sees GMR as beneath him. GMR, of course, taking offense to that. And here tonight, we are waiting the arrival of his mystery partner to take on Mass Appeal. And with a victory, GMR would maybe even put himself in contention for the CAW Stars title by defeating two accomplished men individually and collectively like Mass Appeal. And you can argue that GMR has the advantage going into this match. He's had time to prepare for a partner, but Mass Appeal has had no time to prepare for this mystery man. And from the sound of that music, it looks like GMR's mystery partner is Brian Stone.
And his tag team partner from Chicago, Illinois, Brian Stone.
Brian Stone making a grand entrance riding in on that ATV. And you want to talk about a man that can bring the fight. You want to talk about a man that's ready to fight on a second's notice. Brian Stone is the man for the job. And what a treat, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Stone is right here in Danger Zone Wrestling. And it looks like Mass Appeal is none too happy. The game has just changed, and it looks like Ben Hopkins and GMR are going to start this match. Referee rings the bell, and we're underway. And GMR right at Ben Hopkins. I don't know if it's something in the air tonight, but in every match we've seen so far, someone has gone full steam ahead, and Ben Hopkins getting sent clear out of the ring, and out goes Mason Kronik. GMR out to prove that he's not a joke. Out to prove that he belongs here in Danger Zone Wrestling. As now the CAW Stars champion with the series of right-handed strikes, but GMR responding with a clothesline. And now targeting Mason Kronik. Brian Stone liking what he sees. Oh, and are we going to see GMR go airborne? Who's he going after? Ben Hopkins and Mason Kronik, and he goes after the CAW Stars champion. The Ben Hopkins brand doesn't know what hit him. And the referee counting away. GMR does have to be conscious to avoid that count out. Oh, but Ben Hopkins, GMR took too much time, and it looks like Ben Hopkins is going to make him pay, and back first. Onto the side of the apron. And folks, I don't need to tell you how hard that part is of the ring, because pretty much everyone has already told you. And oh, look at the Ben Hopkins brain laughing at GMR. But GMR going right back after the Ben Hopkins brain. Ben Hopkins with the kick to the midsection. And a drop kick. And oh, the tag into Mason Kronik. You wouldn't talk about a man who loves to fight. You wouldn't talk about a man who brings the fight. Mason Kronik fits that bill and more. And of course, Kronik and Brian Stone, no strangers to each other from AWF. Both men ran the Extreme Division. And now Kronik sending GMR into the corner. Kronik has GMR up. Is he thinking power bomb? And yes, he is. High angle power bomb. Almost sent GMR out of the ring. And now Kronik with what looks like a dragon sleeper. Kronik looking to make GMR tap using his distinct power advantage, but GMR managed to power out of that. And there's a shot. Uppercut right to Mason Kronik. Kronik with the fireman's carry. Now Kronik has GMR up. And look at the strength. Mason Kronik powers GMR down. Kronik, go plot a submission. Kronik now looking to make GMR tap or nap. But GMR with the power bomb. Power bombing the 260-pound Mason Kronik. And the tag finally made it into Brian Stone. And business has just picked up. Brian Stone getting fired up, getting this crowd fired up. And now Brian Stone, another jab to Mason Kronik, and oh, Mason Kronik fighting right back. The two hosses of this match going toe-to-toe, blow for blow. And Kronik has Brian Stone on the ropes with an elbow. Oh, man. Now Kronik with multiple knees to the midsection of Brian Stone, and that will take the air right out of his lungs. And Kronik now just tossing Brian Stone. Kronik is used to ragdolling his opponents, and Brian Stone hitting a spear. Spear to Mason Kronik, and follows up with an STO. Now Brian Stone going for the cover on Mason Kronik, and Kronik powers out at 2. Now Brian Stone laughing, mocking Ben Hopkins from earlier. And it looks like GMR's mystery partner is doing wonders as he just plants Mason Kronik. This matchup picked up when Brian Stone entered the equation, as he is now manhandling Mason Kronik. Brian Stone has Mason and throws him down with the choke slam, going for the cover, 2. And Ben Hopkins making the save. GMR tried to intercept to no avail. And Kronik with another fireman's carry, this time to Brian Stone. Sending Stone into the ropes and powers him down. 1, 2, and no. Kronik planted Stone with the spine buster. And Stone is back in the danger zone as in comes the Ben Hopkins brand. Hopkins landing a boot. And now going right up top. Drops the elbow. And the Ben Hopkins brand showing off his charisma, showing off his arrogance. And right into a single leg Boston Crab on Brian Stone. But Brian Stone trying to get his way to the ropes, and he does. Brian Stone with the fireman's carry to Ben Hopkins. Missing the strike. And plants him with a reverse DDT. Now Ben Hopkins getting sent into enemy territory, and the tag is made to GMR. And GMR with a series of strikes to the Ben Hopkins brand. And Mass Appeal could be in a lot of trouble. Now GMR with a kick, another kick. And a neckbreaker to boot. And GMR with the modified DDT to the All-Stars champion. And is GMR going to deal the death blow? But GMR playing to the crowd. Folks, I gotta tell you, I'm not a fan of this strategy. And watch out! Ben Hopkins with a German suplex. GMR took a little too much time, got a little too confident. And it looks like the Ben Hopkins brand is fully intent on making him pay. Ben Hopkins hits the uppercut, and you can see GMR is out of it. And Ben Hopkins with a kick to the midsection. Brian Stone knocked off the ring apron. GMR is all by himself. As Hopkins now makes the tag to Mason Kronik. This doesn't look good for GMR at all. Pile driver. GMR is unconscious. Kronik with the right hand of Brian Stone. Going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Mass Appeal has won this match.
Here are your winners by way of pinfall. Mason Kronik and the All-Stars champion Ben Hopkins. Mass Appeal.
You hate to see a match go down like that, but GMR, I honestly got what was coming to him. GMR had the Ben Hopkins brand right where he wanted him, and instead of putting him away, GMR just got a little too cocky. And with the team with the experience of Mass Appeal, you just can't make that mistake. And we gotta applaud Brian Stone for the effort he put in. And wait a minute! Brian Stone spearing GMR out of his boots. And now putting the boots to GMR. I understand Brian Stone not being too happy about losing the match. But this is uncalled for. GMR was the person who brought him in. And Brian Stone putting GMR down. And now tossing GMR out of the ring. Folks, I have no explanation for the actions of Brian Stone. But by bringing Brian Stone to DZW, GMR just welcomed a plague into his house. We might look into getting some medical attention for GMR as he has not moved, as Brian Stone continues to laugh at his handiwork. And folks, sorry to say, the show's got to go on. Mass Appeal again picking up the victory against GMR and Brian Stone. But folks, coming up next is No Limits action, where we will have the first of our 2 title defenses here tonight at Breakdown, where Hyde will be defending against V-Pac. But before that, a little announcement. Folks, that is correct. Danger Zone Wrestling's episodic series Attitude will be returning in the new year. But right now, out comes V-Pac, who answered Hyde's open challenge for the No Limits Championship. V-Pac, one of the most exciting young performers that CAW Wrestling has to offer. And making his first appearance in the DZW ring, he has the opportunity of a lifetime to become the No Limits Champion. And folks, not to get too ahead of myself, but knowing V-Pac and knowing Hyde, we just might have a show stealer on our hands. V-Pac playing to the crowd, firing himself up. He knows the chance he has tonight. Now V-Pac awaiting the entrance of our No Limits champion. And here he comes, Hyde. Hyde recently won that DZW No Limits Championship after a very long pursuit, finally defeating Dignified Drew Cutler to hold that championship that's on his left. Hyde proud to be No Limits champion, hoisting it proudly above his head. But as proud as Hyde is to be the No Limits champion, it's going to be a huge blow to the morale of Hyde if he were to lose that championship in his very first defense. But with V-Pac, that might be a real possibility. Hyde known for his never say die attitude, never give up attitude. Hyde, of course, a former tag team champion, current reigning defending No Limits champion, the first man in Danger Zone Wrestling history to hold 2 championships within the organization. And how could we ever forget his inspirational performance in the King of Flight tournament? Hyde ready to go down swinging to defend that No Limits championship as we await our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the DZW No Limits Championship. Introducing the challenger, V-Pac.
Crowd supporting V-Pac.
And his opponents from Portland, Oregon, he is the DZW No Limits champion,
Hyde, the Portland native, the defending champion, as he stares at his championship. Will it be for the last time? Referee showing both men what's at stake here. Who's going to walk out of here with that championship? The bell rings, and here's our first championship match of the evening. And now both men opting to go against what so many performers here tonight have just done right out of the gate. Both men going for the slow, methodical approach. Old school classic grappling. V-Pac now has Jake Hyde by the arm. And V-Pac with a couple shots to the arm. V-Pac with Jake Hyde in a headlock. And there's an uppercut to boot. Jake Hyde responding with the left forearm, right forearm, right forearm. Going for a third one. V-Pac going for a drop kick. And Jake Hyde with the Mafia kick. Now Hyde has V-Pac by the arm. You can see V-Pac in clear pain. Jake Hyde is wrenching back on that arm. And V-Pac using his athleticism to get free. And it looked like Jake Hyde had it for a moment, but now V-Pac is officially free. Jake Hyde in the corner. And V-Pac going airborne, and there's a drop kick right to the chest of Jake Hyde. And that's 220 pounds landing full force right at you. And V-Pac eat defeat to Jake Hyde, and will that be the result of this match? Jake Hyde with the counter. And belly to back suplex. Jake Hyde arguably has been the MVP of DZW ever since his debut at Night of Flight. I don't think we've seen anybody that has accomplished more within this company than Jake Hyde. But V-Pac hits the neck breaker, and the champ is in trouble. V-Pac rolling thunder. And now Pac going right back up top. Moonsault, but Jake Hyde moving out of the way. A V-Pac with a backflip. Jake Hyde was taking belly to back again. And that's the athleticism that's on display in the No Limits division. Simply because there's no limit to what these athletes can do. There's no limits to what they can achieve. And both men are embodying that right now as Jake Hyde tosses V-Pac to the mat. And V-Pac on the outside looking in, and Jake Hyde drop kicks him right to the arena floor. Jake Hyde immediately getting this contest back in the ring. And now going to the danger zone, and down goes Jake Hyde. V-Pac seeing a drop kick coming, and V-Pac with the Hurricane Rana. V-Pac showcasing his agility and dropping Jake Hyde with the DDT. Going for the cover on Jake Hyde. 1, 2, and Jake Hyde gets the shoulder up barely before the count of 3. V-Pac debating with the referee originally, but now right back on the offense. And V-Pac was going Hurricane Rana again, but Jake Hyde dropped him with the power bomb. And now V-Pac against the ropes. Jake Hyde sliding under and hitting a Hurricane Rana of his own. Oh, Jake Hyde accidentally knocking the referee down. Leaving his men take advantage. Oh, referee right back to his feet. Both men showcasing honor, not attempting to go for anything while the referee was down. Referee seems okay, going for the cover. and Jake Hyde out at 2. That's what the No Limits division is all about. Honor, respect, dignity for one's opponents, and as well as yourself. Drew Cutler did not embody that at all, but Drew Cutler is now no longer No Limits champion. And speaking of which, this isn't the only No Limits action we're going to see tonight. The Dignified one has a highly anticipated contest with Matt Black later as Jake Hyde going 450 and V-Pac moves out of the way. Neither of these men have been able to hit too many high-impact moves. And now V-Pac with the Hurricane Rana using the ropes as balance and assistance. It's been Hurricane Ranas galore in this match. And now V-Pac landing that moonsault finally. But will it put Jake Hyde away? And we were a count away from a new No Limits champion. V-Pac powering Jake Hyde down. Thought he was going belly to back, went face buster, but Jake Hyde powers out at 2. Now what's V-Pac doing here? I've seen this before. V-Pac putting Jake Hyde in the Paradise Lock. And now, kick right to Jake Hyde. V-Pac going for a submission on Jake Hyde. Jake Hyde too close to the ropes. And drags him right back to the middle of the ring and right back on the submission. Is V-Pac gonna force his way to the No Limits Championship? And 2 knees to the face gets Jake Hyde out. Now Jake Hyde, kick to the midsection, headlock. But V-Pac putting him down with the Northern Lights suplex. And we almost had a No Limits champion, a new No Limits champion. The champion now in the corner. Now getting perched up on the top rope. And no step-ups necessary. V-Pac with yet another Hurricane Rana. And right back to the drop zone. The champion slowly getting to his feet and drops V-Pac. It's been a back and forth encounter between these two competitors. Both men going big move for big move. And there's been quite a few misses. And V-Pac, it has been Hurricane Rana City in this match. Hurricane Rana after Hurricane Rana. V-Pac with a gut check. Jake Hyde still getting to his feet. And Jake Hyde narrowly avoiding CTE. Getting out of the way of that sick kick with milliseconds to spare. Now V-Pac in the corner. Jake Hyde puts him down. And now Jake Hyde, is he gonna fly? Elbow. Dropping the elbow to the chest of V-Pac. And what's the No Limits champion gonna do here? Went for the forearm. Jake Hyde telegraphs the drop kick. And now Jake Hyde, you can see the exhaustion. And I don't blame him at all. Cardio has been the story of this match. And both of these men sure have a lot of it. And now Jake Hyde, air raid neck breaker. And now the challenger is in deep trouble. Jake Hyde was thinking hide and seek. But V-Pac had other plans. Just as the champion was on the verge of putting this match away. V-Pac landing a pretty heavy strike there. Somebody's been watching anime. And are we just a few moments from seeing a new No Limits champion? Looks like Jake Hyde has other ideas as he has V-Pac up, down with the air raid. As now V-Pac looking to be in danger. Hyde, hide and seek. Hyde landing the hide and seek. 1, 2, 3, and Hyde remains the No Limits champion.
Here's your winner by way of pinfall and still the Danger Zone Wrestling No Limits champion, Hyde.
You want to talk about high speed, you want to talk about high octane. Look no further than this match. Both men put forth a valiant effort, but it is Hyde who walks away with the No Limits championship still intact. And V-Pac, again, this has just been a series of great debuts here tonight. V-Pac made quite an impression on the audience, and I'm quite excited to have him here in Danger Zone Wrestling. As now we move on to our next match, and it is shaping to be way more sinister than any of the previous bouts that we've seen here tonight. Here comes the downfall.
The following contest is a 2-on-3 handicap match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Azrael and Gabriel, the Downfall.
The Downfall without their leader Brian Moxley. Gabriel taking out the Sandman. And folks, this was originally scheduled to be a 6-man tag team match, but with Brian Moxley being rendered unable to compete, it seems that Azrael and Gabriel are more than content going it alone. But they may have bitten off a little bit more than they can chew, as they're not only going up against the tag team champions, but also against the French phenomenon Blackos. As you can see, the crowd swaying their arms. It's almost a cult-like atmosphere that the Downfall breeds. Both of these men just eerie, sinister, downright evil. And just look into the crowd.
And their opponents, first, they are the Danger Zone Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Tyler Hall, Zach Hall, High Impact.
There you have it, folks, the DZW Tag Team Champions. They've held those titles since King of Flight and retained it at Revive against Shawn, Walsh, and Steven Syntax. They're here tonight not to defend their titles, but to defend Blackos against the Downfall. High Impact, no stranger to dealing with opponents bigger than them. But what they lack in size, they make up for in speed and heart.
And that's why they stand before you today as two-time DZW Tag Team Champions.
Now introducing their tag team partner. He hails from Paris. He is the French phenomenon, Blackos.
Blackos, well accomplished in his own right, went pretty far in the King of Flight tournament, and most recently picked up the victory in a hard-fought contest against fellow No Limits competitor Scrap Boogie. And John Blackos has had his issues with the downfall lately. After winning that match, the downfall made the French phenomenon John Blackos a target. But with the downfall down one man, John Blackos is more than capable of getting his revenge here at Breakdown, as he has the tag team champions by his side. So the question here is, can John Blackos use that numbers advantage to finally get a piece of payback against the downfall? And now Gabriel starting the match against the smallest competitor among these 5 men. And Gabriel using that power advantage. But Tyler Hall charging right at Gabriel. Gabriel missing with the strike, but hitting with that elbow. Going for a super kick again. And Tyler Hall going for a kick of his own. With the man the size of Gabriel, you just gotta keep hitting and hitting. And that's the strategy that Tyler Hall is employing right here, right now. And now Gabriel slowly getting up, seeming to not know what hit him. And incoming! Tyler Hall lands a springboard drop kick. And now Gabriel shot to the midsection, and now tossing Tyler Hall right at his teammates. Now this might get bad. Gabriel has Tyler Hall up and down with a scoop slam. Tyler Hall, the younger Hall brother, and as mentioned previously, the smallest. I'm starting to think it might not have been wise strategy to start this match with Tyler Hall, as Gabriel's been manhandling him almost since the start. Going for the cover, 2, and Tyler Hall out of 2. Tyler Hall looking like he desperately needs to tag to either John Blackos or his brother. But he is nowhere near that corner, as in comes Azrael. Little man with the atomic drop and the big man with the big boot. You can see Tyler Hall trying to get to John and Zach, but no luck, as Azrael stopped him dead in his tracks. And wait, Azrael's gonna let him make the tag, and in comes John Blackos. Remember, it all started between Azrael and John Blackos. Blackos scoring a pinfall victory over Azrael in the King of Flight tournament. Azrael not forgetting that at all. And here we are here tonight, but the French phenomenon is in firm control. Now Azrael in the corner, and incoming! John Blackos with the drop kick. And another one. John Blackos is fired up. As he sends Azrael back into the corner. And now, tilt-a-whirl DDT. And now it is Gabriel who's desperately extending his arm to make the tag, as John Blackos locks Azrael in the Anaconda Vice. Anaconda Vice to Azrael. And can John Blackos put him away via submission? And Azrael has other plans. Azrael goes up top. And John Blackos with the interception. And now both competitors in the danger zone. John Blackos going superplex. But Azrael manages to knock the Frenchman off and lands an elbow drop. Going for the cover on John Blackos. 2. And John Blackos kicks out at the count of 2. Azrael calling for John to get back up. And to the Downfall's credit, they've held their own in this match, despite not having the presence of Brian Moxley. And speaking of which, Dodges hit Brian Moxley's finishing maneuver on Azrael. And Zach Hall with a moonsault. Looking to add insult to injury. Can High Impact win this? And Azrael out at 2. Blackos with a firm disrespect to Azrael. And now the Elder Hall is in the ring with Azrael. Zach Hall going up top, but oh, come on. Gabriel launching Zach Hall off the top, buying Azrael some time. Zach Hall, even with that in mind, is still up. It looks like he has some words for Gabriel and knocks Gabriel off the ring apron. And Zach Hall taunting the big man. But it was distraction enough for Azrael to get back in control. And oh my goodness. Spinning kick right to the face of Zach Hall. And now, referee counts 2, and no. Zach Hall in the corner, and back in comes Gabriel. Downfall with the double shoulder block, and make a wish! Zach Hall clearly in pain from that move, and I think any of us probably will be, or would be, I should say. As Gabriel belly to back suplex on Zach Hall. The downfall, the perfect mix of size and speed. And we're seeing the former of that get used to a distinct advantage. But Zach Hall just fought out of what appeared to be a two-handed choke slam. As the strength of Zach Hall landing a Northern Lights suplex, he needs to jump quick. Shooting star. Zach saw Azrael coming. Made the move sooner rather than later, but will it pay off? And no. Shooting star didn't put Gabriel down, but this might. Standing sliced bread might do it, as Azrael with the brief distraction, 2, and Gabriel gets the shoulder up at 2. And it's tempting to believe if Azrael did not come in with the distraction. Oh, Zach Hall thinking standing slice spread again. And Gabriel launching Zach with a belly-to-belly suplex. Gabriel now wanting to get a running start and drops Zach with a boot, but knocks the referee down in the process. As it was unintentional, it doesn't look like the downfall will be disqualified. And a tag is made back into John Blackos. Now the Frenchman going back up top. Gabriel slowly getting back up. And John Blackos with the crossbody 2. And Azrael with the breakup. Zach Hall has Azrael trapped. Package pile driver. As now Gabriel is all alone for the time being at least. Oh wait, Azrael surprisingly getting back to his feet. Don Blackos has Gabriel in the danger zone. And Super Falcon Arrow. Folks, this has been a highly competitive match, even with the numbers disadvantage factored in. Whoa, hold on. Oh my goodness. Whoever that was just decked Tyler's halls. And folks, I can't believe what I'm seeing. He does the same to Zach. The referee focused on John Blackos and Gabriel. Did not just see what happened, but it looks like John Blackos saw the entire thing. Blackos all by himself, and Gabriel looking to take advantage, spinning bulldog. John Blackos all alone. The Hall brothers out of commission. And now tag to Azrael. This is not looking good for John Blackos at all, and all falls down. And the distraction was just what the downfall needed, as they have put away John Blackos and the tag team champions.
Here are your winners by way of pinfall, The Downfall.
And folks, now that I'm getting a better look, oh, that's El Dorado's AJ Hawks. AJ Hawks is in Danger Zone Wrestling, and it looks like, oh my goodness, it looks like he's aligned with the Downfall. Breakdown thus far has been a night of newcomers, and you can go ahead and add AJ Hawks to that list.
When you're Mason Kronik, you gotta watch your back. John Blackos tried to take me out in the Elimination Chamber.
You're a fat bitch, Kronik.
And that bitch been Hopkins
It's a Hopkins thing. You wouldn't understand.
came after me backstage. JMI tried to poison me with his vegetables and catering.
Kronik, you need to eat healthier. You're getting too thick. You need to stop eating red meat and eat broccolini.
But no matter what they do, no matter how hard they try, there is nothing and no one that can stop me.
You and me, bra and panties match right now.
I win.
No, Kronik, we all win on the AWF network.
And we are back with our second No Limits contest of the night.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, hailing from Buffalo, New York, he is Dignified Drew Cutler.
It's safe to say this man has not been in the best mood since losing his No Limits Championship at Revive to Jake Hyde, but he rebounded recently on the road to Breakdown. He placed himself on the winning end of a tag team match with Shawn Walsh against Matt Black and Kenshin Takayashi, and the tensions between Drew Cutler and Matt Black have not settled since then at all. When Matt Black made it to the finals of the King of Flight tournament against Jake Hyde, it was Drew Cutler who attacked both men after the match. And even before that, when Drew Cutler pretty much declared himself better than everyone else after a previous title defense, it was Matt Black who came in, made his DZW debut, and dropped Drew Cutler. And Drew Cutler has felt the embarrassment ever since. The hostility has persisted, but it all culminates here at Breakdown. And given both men's history with the No Limits champion Jake Hyde, one might have to wonder if the winner of this match would be in line for a future No Limits championship opportunity.
And introducing his opponent, hailing from North Carolina, he is this year's CAW All-Stars Rumble winner, Matt Black.
You want to talk about a man that just oozes charisma and oozes star quality? That man is Matt Black. As mentioned in the ring announcements, Matt Black walked out of CAW All-Stars 11 as this year's Rumble winner, which means he's in line for a future CAW All-Stars Championship match. And with the CAW All-Stars champion, also a member of the Danger Zone Wrestling roster, we could even see a CAW All-Stars title match in DZW within the next coming months. But Matt Black has to focus his attention here against the Dignified one, Drew Cutler. Matt Black did not have a match at Revive, but he did have a match at Road to Breakdown, where he briefly got his hands on Drew Cutler. But here tonight, it's one-on-one, no tag action, no championship on the line. It's all about bragging rights. Matt Black, having an impressive 2019, has everybody talking about him, has everybody pointing him as the star of the future. But Black is out to prove that he's not a man of the future, he's not a star of the future. His star is right now. And this match is kicked off. You can tell the animosity on the face of both these men. They simply do not like each other. It's now Matt Black leaning against the ropes, and Drew Cutler with a cheap shot. Of course, you can expect nothing less from the so-called Dignified one. Drew Cutler was the first ever No Limits champion, defeated everyone in his path, including the current champion Jake Hyde at first. But without that championship, Drew Cutler is a dangerous man. Drew Cutler is slowly coming unhinged and unraveled. And quite frankly, that makes him a lot more dangerous. Drew Cutler landing some clean shots to Matt Black and dropping him with the suplex. Now Drew Cutler with the clear disrespect to Matt Black, and Matt Black ran right at him with an enziguri. Black sends Cutler into the ropes. The leapfrog, slide underneath, and landing a dropkick square in the Dignified one's chest. Drew Cutler now in the corner. Matt Black setting the Dignified one down, and elbow right to the center of his back. Black now going for the cover on Drew Cutler after that impressive maneuver. And the Dignified one out at 2. And now Drew Cutler, firm control of the arm of Matt Black. And landing his heel right into Matt Black's face. And drops the knee firmly on his throat. Drew Cutler was going after the legs. Matt Black finding his way out of whatever Drew Cutler had in store next. And uh-oh. Surfboard base buster. Cutler in the corner. And whatever Matt Black was going for, Drew Cutler had other thoughts. Cutler went belly to back, and Matt Black with a backflip. And now Black flying high. Drop kick to Cutler. Matt Black was too close to the ropes. Referee making the right call there as Drew Cutler lands a punch to the midsection. Now Cutler has Black on the ropes. And now landing multiple forearm shots to Matt Black. Oh, oh, come on. Drew Cutler biting the fingers of Matt Black. I guess that's why they call him Dignified. Now Drew Cutler going right at the arm and finally landing that belly to back. So disgusting from Drew Cutler, biting a man's fingers. But we've grown to, and now he's rubbing his face in the mat. But folks, over the years, we've grown to expect nothing less from Drew Cutler. And now Drew Cutler dropping Matt Black firmly on the ropes with a stun gun. Ropes right to the throat, and Matt Black gets the shoulder up at 2.9. Matt Black, surprise, sunset flip. Sunset flip to the Dignified one. Will Matt Black catch him? And no. Matt Black caught the Dignified one slipping for a brief second. And now the current El Dorado NXT champion is in the driver's seat. But Matt Black doesn't want to drive. He wants to fly. And in the air he goes, crossbody. Now Drew Cutler getting hit with the forearm strike. Matt Black has a headlock in the ropes. And Black hitting a stun gun of his own. And is Matt Black going airborne? And no, he's not, faking Drew Cutler out. Oh, but not this time. And oh, what a rough landing from Matt Black. Barely hitting the back of the Dignified one. But folks, you always hear it. That is why they call it high risk. Uh-oh. Drew Cutler against our table. Drew Cutler with the knee to the midsection of Matt Black. And now Matt Black tossed into our barricade. And Drew Cutler rowing Matt Black against the ring post and now banging his head off of it. Folks, the human brain was not meant to be bashed against that ring post, that's for certain. Drew Cutler admiring his handiwork. Black is stunned, and that might put him down for good. Drew Cutler with a big uppercut, but that doesn't do it. That's the thing about that uppercut. Drew Cutler can hit that from anywhere at any time. And now Drew Cutler sizing Matt Black up. Is he thinking Cutler cutter? And no. Matt Black with a kick to the knee and an enziguri. And we've seen this before from Matt Black, spinning neck breaker. Spinning neck breaker, the pin on the former No Limits champion, and referee signals 2. Matt Black picking Cutler back up and right back down. Thought he was going dragon suplex. Opts for a face buster, going for the pin on Cutler, and no. Cutler in the corner as Matt Black returning to the drop zone and square drop kick. And Matt Black keeping the offense going, but has a lot of distance to cover, and Drew Cutler moving out of the way. Matt Black almost cleared that distance, and now Cutler has Matt Black hoisted up and right down onto his knee. And Cutler with a kick to the arm of Matt Black gets a running start and forward Russian leg sweep. Drew Cutler, known for being pretty much against everything the No Limits division stands for, the honor and dignity I was talking about earlier. has never been Drew Cutler's MO. Matt Black, of course, looking to uphold that, looking to make an impact not only in the No Limits division, but in DZW in general. As now Drew Cutler is in danger. Matt Black was going for a kick. Cutler opting not to fly, which is not a surprise from him. Cutler never the most athletic competitor in the No Limits division, never the flashiest competitor in the division, but he is definitely the dirtiest. And that's what's bridged the gap this whole time. That's what kept him No Limits champion for so long, was his sheer ruthlessness in and out of the ring. As now Drew Cutler raking the back of Matt Black and hitting a drop kick. And now Drew Cutler with the Boston Crab. Matt Black crawling his way to the ropes. Good ring awareness on the part of Matt Black. Now Drew Cutler has Matt Black by the legs, and it looks like he's going swinging. And now tossing Matt Black aside like he was dead weight. Cutler has the legs locked in, and Cutler has Black trapped and an inverted sharpshooter, and Matt Black again getting out of the submission with a rope break. Drew Cutler again going belly to back. Matt Black with the back flip and swinging neck breaker. Hitting the 10-minute mark of this matchup, this has been quite the encounter. But it looks like Matt Black could be on the verge of putting Drew Cutler away. 2, and the Dignified one kicks out. Matt Black in disbelief. But he's got to keep his focus on Drew Cutler. It takes a split second for the Dignified one to capitalize on any opportunity. Now this doesn't look good for Drew Cutler, and Matt Black DDTs him right onto the edge of the apron. And now Matt Black, is he gonna go airborne? And incoming, but Drew Cutler gets out of the way, and Matt Black crashes and burns. And now Cutler gonna take advantage of that opportunity with the clothesline. Clothesline to Matt Black, 2, and no. Black in the corner. And Cutler lifting Matt Black onto the top turnbuckle. And Cutler dropping Black with the belly-to-back superplex. Cutler's tried hitting that belly-to-back multiple times in this match. And Black has gotten out most times, if not every time. Cutler hitting another superplex. Cutler clearly targeting the back of Matt Black and drops him again with another uppercut. And that uppercut is usually followed by the Cutler cutter. And it looks like that's exactly what Drew has in mind. But Matt Black with the belly-to-belly of his own, belly-to-back. And Matt Black looking like he's going right back to the drop zone and rotating moonsault. Matt Black going for the cover on Drew Cutler, and Cutler is out at 2. Somehow, some way, Drew Cutler got out at the count of 2. And Cutler still showing he has some fight. This matchup has proved to be everything it was hyped up to be and more, ladies and gentlemen. As now Drew Cutler on the middle turnbuckle and drops the elbow on Matt Black. Cutler staying on him. And now Cutler with a submission on Matt Black. Drew Cutler tried the Boston Crab and the inverted sharpshooter and came up empty. But will this move do it? And no, it doesn't. As now we're approaching the 15-minute mark of this match, and both men had to be wondering at this point, what's it gotta take? Matt Black content, still going to the drop zone. Matt Black planting his feet right into Drew Cutler's chest, and he is still on the high-impact offense, but nobody home there, and Drew Cutler almost gave Matt Black a concussion with that boot. But Matt Black still conscious enough and lands a kick to the back of Drew Cutler's knee. And now both men giving their best shot. But is Matt Black gonna land that swinging neckbreaker for a third time? And he does. Trifecta on the swinging neckbreaker. And Matt Black gonna try to fly one more time. And spiral tap. Matt Black managing not only to clear that distance, but adjust his rotation in mid-air. As now Drew Cutler looks like he doesn't know what hit him. And Matt Black hits the kill switch. Kill switch to Drew Cutler. And Matt Black is your winner.
Here's your winner by way of pinfall, Matt Black.
Folks, all I have to say is what a contest. Both men gave it their all, but Matt Black's high-risk offense, especially that spiral tap, is what got him the win. Matt Black capping off a very impressive 2019, and I can't wait to see what the future has in store for this young man.
Okay, motherfuckers, I'm multi-time champion Mason Kronik, and I'm here to talk to you about some fucking anime. Are you a fan of Dragon Ball Super? We got that shit. One Piece? You already fucking know. Naruto? Overlord? Fuck. We even have an anime about two lesbian stepsisters if you're into that shit. Here at Crunchyroll, we offer a wide variety of anime for all you fucking weirdos for free. But you can also subscribe to our premium package for only $6.95 a month. The fuck do you mean this is an ECF commercial? The fuck's an ECF?
Folks, it is time for the second of 3 championship defenses that we have on this card here tonight, as out comes the American-made villain, Shawn Walsh. This man, widely considered to be a pioneer, widely considered to be one of the most respected men in CAW. Yet here in DZW, he has nothing but a nasty attitude. Shawn does possess that veteran experience, but he also possesses a mean streak, and we saw that on full display at Revive. Shawn Walsh turning his back on his tag team partner Steven Syntax, and later that night, just when we thought he was done, he made a bigger statement by attacking the Heritage Champion Kenshin Takayashi and declaring himself next in line for a shot at the Heritage title. Walsh further staked his claim by pinning Kenshin Takayashi in tag action on Road to Breakdown. So he does walk in tonight with the champion's number. But if Kenshin Takayashi has anything to say about it, he's not going to lose that championship without a fight. Explosive, high-octane, very dangerous striker. Just a few ways to describe the defending Heritage Champion Kenshin Takayashi. Takayashi won that title back at Maximum Attitude, finally defeating Paul Wrestling's Grand National Alex O'Brien. Managed to retain that championship in what was a hell of a 2 out of 3 falls match at Revive. And the events after that match is what led us here to Breakdown. Takayashi, as skilled as he is, has never competed with the man who has had the experience that Shawn Walsh possesses, more than 10 years in the game. So this is shaping up to be one hell of a defense for the champion.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Danger Zone Wrestling Heritage Championship. Introducing first from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he is the American-made villain, Shawn Walsh. And his opponent, hailing from Japan, he is the reigning, defending, Danger Zone Wrestling Heritage Champion, Kenshin Takayashi.
Takayashi looking to pick up the biggest win of his career thus far with the win over a man with the resume that the American-made villain possesses. Shawn Walsh knows how bad he wants that Heritage Championship, considers it vital to his personal revival, to his claim in the singles division. So without further ado, Heritage Championship action is a go. And Shawn Walsh right out of the gate with a series of strikes to Kenshin Takayashi. Takayashi with the kicks in the midsection, and now going up high with the kicks. The villain in the corner. Now Shawn Walsh barely hanging on to the ropes and gets sent to the outside with the drop kick. Takayashi eager to go back after Shawn Walsh, the referee doing the right thing, confirming that Shawn Walsh is able to continue. Oh, but that time, the time it took for Kenshin Takayashi to get out of the ring, Shawn Walsh capitalized and now sending him right to the steel steps. And again, Kenshin Takayashi landing gut first on that steel. As the referee counts, Shawn Walsh clearly not looking to get Kenshin back in the ring anytime soon. Not without doing some damage first. And bashing his head against that post might very well do it. Walsh again taking his sweet time with Kenshin Takayashi, posting him up against a barricade, and now dropping him face first. Walsh finally going back into the ring to break the count, but going right back out. Shawn Walsh now entering back into the ring and landing a clothesline on Kenshin Takayashi. We talk about the legacy, we talk about the legend of Shawn Walsh. Double-digit tag team champion, 2 of those titles coming in Danger Zone Wrestling, and there's a sock factor. Face buster to Kenshin Takayashi, going for the cover, and Takayashi out at 2. Now Shawn Walsh as Kenshin Takayashi, and what appears to be a kneeling cloverleaf, placing the pressure on Kenshin Takayashi's back with his own knee. And the tag team specialist might become a singles champion, and oh, not yet apparently. As now Kenshin back again with those kicks into the corner. And Takayashi up, and Takayashi down with that uppercut. And now, oh, Kenshin, what a maneuver, right into an armbar. Armbar to Shawn Walsh. And now it's Kenshin Takayashi who has the American-made villain in a submission. Shawn Walsh managing to get his arm free. Shawn Walsh, one of CAW Wrestling's most influential individuals, but sick of being typecasted as a tag team performer. Sick of, as he described it, carrying tag teams. He says he's done it for too long. And what a statement he would make by claiming Heritage Championship gold. Is now Shawn Walsh getting a running start and right into a spear. Will the spear do it? Are we looking at the new Heritage Champion? And no, we're not. Walsh clearly upset with the referee's ruling, but that was the right decision. As now Walsh going for the Fujiwara, but Kenshin Takayashi just too close to the ropes. Earlier tonight, we saw Shawn Walsh's bad reputation teammates AJ Young and Krack defeat the Fight Hard Syndicate. What a night it would be for Shawn Walsh to walk out of here as the brand new Heritage Champion. As now he has Kenshin Takayashi helpless in the corner with stomps. Walsh has been described as Mr. Consistency as he hits that springboard enziguri, connected with all of it, and Shawn Walsh still not able to put away Kenshin Takayashi. You want to talk about reliability, you want to talk about durability, that is Shawn Walsh to a T. But what he cannot do here is underestimate Kenshin Takayashi. As Shawn Walsh goes up, and Takayashi made him pay. Shawn Walsh just took too much time. And you can't do that with a man as dangerous as Kenshin Takayashi, looking to forge a legacy in his own right with that series of kicks and one more right to the upper chest. Takayashi looking to prove that he belongs in the discussion with the top performers in Danger Zone Wrestling and the entire industry. Takayashi now landing an elbow onto the back of Shawn Walsh, the same elbow that Shawn could not hit on the champion. Takayashi now dropping Walsh, Falcon Arrow, going for the pin attempt, 2, and Kenshin was a second away from walking out of here, still the Heritage Champion. Quite a few times in this match, I have mentioned the experience of Shawn Walsh as Takayashi hits that uppercut yet again. I've talked about the American-made villain's experience, and while he does have that experience, has that experience factor, could his obsession with reviving his singles career fuel him or prove to be his fatal flaw? And it's shaping up to be that, the latter, but oh wait, no, Shawn Walsh got out. Now the champion up against the ropes. Now getting thrown through the middle rope to the arena floor. Uh-oh. What's Shawn Walsh thinking here? He's turning on the jets and launching right at Kenshin Takayashi with the suicide dive. And the fans showing their appreciation, whether they like Shawn Walsh or not. Now Shawn Walsh gonna pick his spot, ready to go in for the kill possibly. And we could be seconds away from a new Heritage Champion. But instead, Shawn Walsh going for the Northern Lights. No pin attempt. Uh-oh. And that's because he might be trying to put this away with a submission. Sharpshooter locked in on the champion. Those kicks a huge part of Kenshin Takayashi's offense. And Shawn Walsh might not only neutralize that offense, but use that sharpshooter to gain his first singles championship in Danger Zone Wrestling. And Kenshin managing to get out of the sharpshooter. But how much damage has it done? Maybe as much as that knee. Kenshin not showing any effects of that sharpshooter as he's running right at Shawn Walsh. And now just stomping him square in the chest. I don't think that sharpshooter did much to stop Kenshin Takayashi as he lands a German. And now Walsh sent right into the corner, and I think Takayashi's knee just buckled. And Shawn Walsh again with the strike to the knee and an enziguri. I think Takayashi ran on adrenaline for a minute and then came right back down to earth. That knee buckled. And Shawn Walsh smelling blood in the water, going right back for that kneeling cloverleaf. Kneeling cloverleaf. The agony in Takayashi's face as the referee might have to make a tough call here. But no, Kenshin using his strength and fighting, but you can see getting up gingerly. Now kick to the midsection, again going high, Shawn Walsh landing a drop kick instead. Takayashi now responding with the forearm. And we've seen this before from Kenshin Takayashi. What goes up must come down. High angle power bomb. High angle power bomb to Shawn Walsh. Kenshin looking to get out of here with the Heritage Championship, but the villain is still in this. Now Takayashi fireman's carry, bringing him right down for the pin attempt. 2 and no. These competitors putting their bodies on the line for the Heritage Championship. And Takayashi landing fireman's carry into a knee. You can see him kind of getting up slowly, but Shawn Walsh still in this. Takayashi as confused as the rest of us. A knee strike to the back of a man's head typically puts someone right out. But Shawn Walsh is not a normal man. And Shawn Walsh isn't going to feel normal after what Takayashi has in store. And oh, wait a minute. Takayashi opted for a DDT. Trying to knock Shawn Walsh right out, but the villain reverse SCO. And Shawn Walsh launching right at Kenshin Takayashi for another spear. And not trying to waste any more precious time. And Sako Cutter. Sako Cutter to the champ. Are we going to have a new one? No, the cutter doesn't do it. Both men emptying their arsenal, trying to figure out what's it going to take. Is now Kenshin Takayashi back on the arena floor. And Shawn Walsh don't know what he has in mind, and oh my goodness. Shawn Walsh sliding under the bottom turnbuckle to plant his feet right into Takayashi's chest. Shawn Walsh has had no hesitation about hitting these big money moves when he's needed to. But the champion back in control. Now Takayashi drop kicking Shawn right in his face. Uh-oh. And are we gonna see it? Pump handle knee. Pump handle knee to Shawn Walsh. Good morning, good afternoon, and good... What? Shawn Walsh's kick out of the pump handle knee and is right back to his feet. 2 clotheslines. Takayashi go for one of his own, and there's a kick right to the face. Shawn Walsh in the corner with the stinger splash. And folks, I can't believe what I'm witnessing. And oh, come on. Shawn, you don't have to do this. Shawn Walsh bringing a steel chair into the equation. And now, tossing the referee right out of the ring. Oh, come on, not this way, Shawn. Shawn, think of, oh my goodness. Steel chair right to the face of the champion. Kenshin down with the famouser. Shawn Walsh is going to steal the Heritage Championship like a thief in the night, but the referee just got back into the ring. Too late to get the pin on Takayashi, but the damage might already be done. And Shawn Walsh gearing up to hit another famouser, but oh, Takayashi with the jawbreaker, stunning the challenger, and has him in dangerous position again. Pump handle knee. Second pump handle knee. And Takayashi, steel chair and all, keeps the Heritage title.
Here is your winner and still the Danger Zone Wrestling Heritage Champion, Kenshin Takayashi.
Shawn Walsh outsmarted himself. Thought he was in a prime position with that steel chair to take the Heritage Championship. But his villainy proved to be his own undoing here tonight. And folks, as we gear up for our main event, I'd like to announce the return of our rivalry recap to showcase how we got to this point of last man standing. This rivalry kicked off when Travis Killings drew the ire of AJ Young by opposing him rather than doing his bidding. As punishment for defying him, AJ Young would place Travis Killings in a match against the Problem, Cobie Vinson. Vincent opposed his will, but just as Killings was on the verge of pinning the Problem, AJ interfered and caused a disqualification. As something to prove, Travis Killings would challenge AJ Young for the DZW Championship, and once again, interference would prove to be the difference. This time, with Vincent tossing a steel chair to the champion and keeping the title out of Killings' grasp. Killings, eager for revenge, would face Vincent in a rematch and again fall victim to interference, this time at the hands of Supremacy lackey Eddie Roy. Killings would go on to defeat both Eddie Roy and Cobie Vinson in a handicap match at Undeniable, riding that momentum to capturing the DZW Championship from AJ Young at Pandemonium. Cobie Vinson would secure #1 contendership for the DZW title by defeating Kenshin Takayashi and Alex Orion in a triple threat match, while Travis Killings would defeat AJ Young in the main event of that evening to remain DZW champion. Vinson would make his presence felt, attacking Killings and sending him through the barricade. After violently ending his alliance with AJ Young, Cobie Vinson would head into his third encounter with Travis Killings, and it would prove to be their most lopsided one yet, as the champion clearly was not at 100%. The challenger would land 2 superplexes before a third sent the champion crashing, and to everyone's shock, broke the entire ring in the process. The match was ruled a no contest, but Cobie Vinson's agent Ryan Paul Jones would argue that since his client was the last man standing that night, he deserved to be the DZW champion. As fate would have it, yours truly delivered the news that the board of directors decided that Cobie Vinson and Travis Killings would settle their differences, this time in a last man standing match for the DZW Championship. So there you have it, folks. A count of 10 will make the difference at Breakdown, but will the Problem battle and bruise his way to the DZW Championship, or will Travis Killings, nagging injuries and all, keep his championship? Now the moment all of you have been waiting for, the first ever last man standing match in Danger Zone history for the DZW Championship. Just as a warning, I don't think this match is going to be for the faint of heart, not with this man. And as I always say, we officially have a problem. That problem, 6'9", 300 pounds of pure brutality. This man thus far possessing the best overall click-per-view record out of anybody in Danger Zone Wrestling with a whopping 5 wins, 1 loss in which he wasn't pinned, and a no contest, of course, coming recently at Revive. He is the only man in Danger Zone Wrestling to have beaten every single world champion that this company has ever had. Shawn Stevens, Travis Killings, AJ Young, Cobie Vinson has pinfall victories over every last one of them. Cobie Vinson yet to be pinned, yet to be submitted. No one has found the answer to stopping this man. And at the rate he's going, I don't think anyone ever will. But if there was a man who has the best possible chance, it could very well be the DZW champion Travis Killings. This last man standing match at Breakdown will be the whopping 4th time that Cobie Vinson and Travis Killings have gone one-on-one in a Danger Zone Wrestling ring. This will be the 4th time that they have faced off on click-per-view. If you count total matchups, they have faced off 5 times, including 1 handicap match. These men have been intertwined since the start of Danger Zone Wrestling, but it all comes to a conclusion here tonight. One of these men has to put the other down for a count of 10. But how can you do that in a match where both competitors have no quit in them, have no off button? It's going to be a matter of who has more left in the tank. It's going to be a matter of who has the will to win, who has the will to survive. And this man certainly fits the bill. Travis Killings has dealt with nothing but adversity since becoming the Danger Zone Wrestling champion, has dealt with nothing but adversity since starting in Danger Zone Wrestling. He stood up to AJ Young, which is how he crossed paths with Cobie Vinson. He has shown no fear in the face of the problem, has gone toe-to-toe with him time and time again. Broken ring, bandaged ribs and all. Travis Killings is confident walking into this match. But when you see the bandages along the lower midsection of the champion, you have to think of his condition. You have to know that he's not walking into this match at 100%. You have to know that Travis Killings is fighting through potentially immeasurable pain to participate in what is going to be a hard-hitting encounter. But that's the type of champion Travis Killings is. And that's the type of champion he may very well continue to be if he can get past the problem once and for all. No 2 men in this company's history have had a more personal rivalry than these 2, and it culminates last man standing for that championship that Travis Killings is holding securely. As now we're getting ready to get our ring announcements underway for the main event.
The following is our main event of the evening and is a last man standing match for the Danger Zone Wrestling Championship. Introducing first the challenger, hailing from Harlem, New York. He is the Problem, Cobie Vinson. And his opponents. Hailing from Anaheim, California, he is the reigning, defending Danger Zone Wrestling Champion, Travis Killings.
Travis Killings bruised but confident. He has to put that walking brick wall down for a 10 count. Cobie Vinson has to obliterate what's left of Travis Killings, all for that championship, all for the right to sit at the top of the Danger Zone Wrestling throne. Referee rings a bell and let the carnage begin. And now Travis Killings, wait a minute, Travis Killings is in a TKO. TKO 5 seconds into this match. Cobie Vinson somehow getting back to his feet almost immediately. And Travis Killings has a second TKO. Second TKO. And the problem is still to his feet. And oh, Travis Killings is making axe kick. Cobie Vinson blocking that. Stopping it dead in its tracks. And Vincent's pissed. Kick to the midsection. Has him up and down with the pop-up power bomb. This match has kicked straight into full gear, and it hasn't stopped as Cobie Vinson lands an uppercut after a series of strikes to the midsection. And now Vincent placing all of his weight right onto the injured midsection of Travis Killings. Less than a minute into this match, and both competitors are just flooring it. And Cobie Vinson now tossing Travis Killings. And as many times as I've seen these two men in the ring together, I just cannot fathom how Cobie Vinson can toss 260 pounds around like it was a plush toy. And now Travis Killings out of the ring with just a moment to breathe. Now Travis Killings against the barricade, and now Cobie Vinson has him up and right through the barricade. Travis Killings getting rammed through the barricade, much like he was at All Stars. And this match might already be over. The referee already up to the count of 5, and the champion has not moved a single muscle. Referee's out the count of 8. Travis Killings has a couple seconds, but Travis Killings somehow back up at 9. Travis Killings has not been the same since Cobie Vinson attacked him after his title defense against AJ Young. Every time these two competitors have gotten into the ring with each other, something bad has happened to Travis Killings. And that's not me exaggerating, folks. That's been pure fact, as Travis striking Cobie Vinson square in the skull with the steel chair. And I don't blame Travis. Use everything in your environment to put this monster down. And Travis has the problem up and down through the table with the power bomb. Cobie Vinson known for his power bombs, and one just came back to haunt him. And Vincent, to his credit, getting right back up at the count of 2. This man does not bend. This man does not break. But Travis Killings looking to prove both of those statements wrong, as he is armed and ready with that steel chair. Vincent now up at the count of 5, and Killings right back at it. The fact that Travis Killings can even stand, it can even walk, is astonishing in itself. And now going to that steel chair again, but Cobie Vinson throwing it back in the champion's face, and now landing a German. Cobie Vinson, my goodness, he took 2 TKOs in a row and just got dropped through that table. Uh-oh, speaking of which, Vincent has Killings by the throat. This doesn't look good, and Killings getting sent through the table. Killings now getting sent through the barricade and now through a table. We could very well be seconds away from a new Danger Zone Wrestling champion. And Travis Killings somehow back up. But Cobie Vincent running full steam ahead, going for the Vincent kick. And Travis, belly to back suplex. Killings powering through clear pain to defend this championship. And right back with that steel chair. Steel chair to the face of Cobie Vincent. And folks, if I'm looking correctly, that chair is covered in blood. Killings trying to splatter the Problem's brains all over the arena. But that's what it's going to have to take to keep this man down. The referee's at a count of 7, and Vincent slowly but surely getting back up. Conspicuous by his absence is Vincent's agent, Vincent's handler, Ryan Paul Jones, and Jones again opting to let his client go this one alone. And it's for the best, making sure that there's no interference, that there's no shenanigans, that there is a clear-cut winner. Making sure that there are no question marks left in this rivalry. Such a storied history between these competitors. Now Vincent has Travis up, knee to the bandaged ribs, and dropping him, but still trying to continue the attack. Vincent continuing the assault on Travis Killings. This isn't just about the DZW Championship. He wants to make sure that Travis Killings can never perform in the DZW ring again. Referee getting his count underway, and Vincent has a steel chair. Vincent remembering Killings trying to concuss him earlier. Both men are Crimson Mask. And Vincent stopping the referee's 10 count. Wanting to do more damage to the champion. And this is where Ryan Paul Jones being at ringside might have made the difference to talk some sense into his client. But it looks like he's going to beat the sense out of Travis Killings and apparently the referee. Now Vincent deadlifting Travis Killings and dropping him right back down with the power bomb. And we've seen this flurry of power bombs before, and it never gets easier to watch. Vincent now eyeing the referee, going back into the ring. But Travis was ready for him. And now Vincent, knee to the midsection. And that has proven to be Travis Killings' Achilles heel. Showing the effects of previous encounters. Showing the effects of a grueling championship reign. Both men are bloody messes, but continuing to run with as high of a motor as possible. As Travis launched Cobie Vincent with the belly to belly. And will that keep the problem down? Travis Killings standing over the problem, ready to act at the slightest sense of movement. And as I say that, Cobie Vincent getting up at 7. And it looks like Killings was trying to lift Vincent for the TKO. Vincent countering it, and again dropping his 300-pound weight onto the bruised midsection of Travis Killings, and again launching the referee out of the ring. Vincent is simply trying to destroy this man, and it's a Vincent kick, and both men collapse. Pure exhaustion from both these competitors. Getting back to their feet, Vincent is in disbelief, and Travis hits the third TKO of this match. Vincent in sheer disbelief from Travis's quick recovery from the Vincent kick. Travis took advantage, and the trifecta TKO might do it, but Vincent still getting back up. I'm convinced Vincent is not made of the same body parts that composes a typical human. This man is a cyborg. But Travis trying to prove that he is human, that Cobie Vincent can be beaten, as both men are going back and forth. Now Vincent on the ropes, and Travis getting sent clear to the arena floor. With a landing like that, that might do it. Travis, the champion, back up at the count of 3. We've seen no championships change hands thus far. Can Cobie Vincent break the poor streak for the challengers? And will he break Travis Killings in the process? Now Travis still showcasing his fight, still showcasing his determination. Vincent is going to have to pry that championship from Travis Killings' cold dead hands. But I don't think the problem would want to have it any other way, as Travis drops him for another Samoan. Now, what is Killings gonna do here? Vincent back against the ropes. And Travis clearing the ring of the problem. And is the champion gonna fly? Jumps right over the top rope, launching himself onto Cobie Vincent. It doesn't matter how big you are, 260 pounds full speed is 260 pounds full speed. And Travis Killings, dangerous intentions on this man's mind, but this is what you have to do to stop Cobie Vincent, to beat Cobie Vincent. Killings showcasing a viciousness aside of him that we've never seen in any previous match. But Vincent right back after that midsection. This doesn't look good for the champion. Called back to revive. Are we going to see a superplex? Are we going to have this ring broken again? And Vincent lands it. The ring stays together. No broken ring will end this match this time. It has to be through a count of 10. Travis Killings managing to break it after 3. The problem appearing to have no problem going right for another superplex. And again, high angle, dropping Travis Killings again. And just imagine the abuse that man's midsection has taken. And that second superplex, I'm just gonna say might do it, but Travis Killings back up at 7, and this is a dangerous trifecta. Last time, 3 superplexes broke the ring, but Travis Killings saying no way. And Travis Killings now gonna put the big man on the top turnbuckle and throwing him nearly completely across the ring. And Travis not done. Right back onto the top turnbuckle. Is he thinking superplex this time? Oh, and guess I'm a mind reader, folks. Travis lands a superplex, and it looks like this ring has been super enforced specifically for this match. Now Travis waiting, picking his spot. Gonna game plan his next move. But I think that superplex might do it. And Vincent is back up. And Vincent launches Travis Killings with an overhead belly to belly. And now Vincent gonna get right back on the offense. Vincent kick. Wait, Travis got out of the way. And lifts Cobie Vincent up for a backbreaker. Travis Killings nearly got put out of commission with that kick, and wait a minute for TKO. Killings trying to put Cobie Vincent out of commission as he hits his 4th TKO. And that might be all she wrote. 4 TKOs to try and beat the problem. Referee's at the count of 8. And Cobie Vincent somehow still getting to his feet at 9. And now Cobie Vincent dropping Travis Killings to the snap power slam. Cobie Vincent catching Travis Killings better than an Eagles wide receiver has caught the football all season, folks. And now Vincent tossing the referee out of the way. The referee doing the smart thing, getting clear out of reach. But that might have bought Travis Killings some time. And now Killings has a bat and right against the nose. And now beating Cobie Vincent across his back and midsection over and over with that bat. And now Killings grabbing steel steps. Whatever it takes, as Travis Killings is putting a beating on Cobie Vincent with anything that is not nailed down to the ground. Vincent managing to withstand all these foreign objects, all these hits. Now Travis has the problem up against the announce table. And going right back for those steel steps and another shot to the face. And Travis still wanting to do more damage and landing a spine buster. Travis still on it, breaking up the referee's count, knowing he has to go to extreme measures. And we might see extreme in a second. And I'm not talking about the kind that sneak disses other shows for no reason, folks. I'm talking about an extreme brand of violence, last man standing. The champion has Vincent on the table and down for a 5th TKO through the announce table. The problem is down again. 5th TKO. This time through the announce table. Travis Killings arming himself with those steel steps. Referee's at the count of 8. At the count of 9. And Travis Killings has defeated Cobie Vincent. Travis Killings and Cobie Vincent fought to hell and back. But folks, there you have it.
Here is your winner by way of 10-second knockout. And still, your Danger Zone Wrestling Champion, Travis Killings.
Folks, thank you for tuning in. This is Antoine Princeton, and I am signing out.